Hello and welcome to another video on auction e-commerce. Now, in this series, we're covering three main points in these videos. The first point that we're covering is the exact feature that this video is going into. We're going to get into the definition, some of the different variations of this feature, some of the benefits, and then we're going to go right into real world examples. That's going to be the second area we're going to cover here. And we're going to look at some of the different in the wild examples of using this feature in a real website. And then finally, we're going to wrap up by talking about some of the permutations that you may see that may be beneficial for your business. Now, this is going to depend, of course, on your specific scenario, but we want to at least bullet out some potential areas where you might be able to adjust and fine tune this feature. Finally, I want to encourage you to stay tuned till the end of this video. We have some amazing free resources that we put together for you so that you can take advantage of moving into the next steps with your auction e-commerce platform. Okay, with that said, folks, let's dive in. Auction e-commerce software would not be complete without auction items that someone can bid on and win the auction for. And this particular auction platform we're going to be taking a look at today as an example. We actually have multiple items within a single auction. Now, depending on your model, you may just have a single item per auction. It's really up to you. Depending on the way that you have that structured, though, you may want to show a view where someone can see all of their auctions, or they can see all of the items within an auction and look at what the status is for all of those items, get the bid history, be able to do sorting and filtering, add items, etc. Now, here in this particular case, we're going to take a look at the ability to add a new item for auction. And in a traditional type of auction model, there would just be one of these per auction. Now, again, this has multiple items, but you can follow along regardless of your use case. In this particular case, we simply have a SKU or a lot number that we're showing, an item title, the item title being the same as the description, or they can create a custom description. A location, and this could be selected from an address book potentially, or it could be a GeoIP lookup type of a thing if desired, a item condition, and then potentially some IntelliSense or just a rollover type of indicator where they can see exactly what those item descriptions are, a primary category, and this would be something that possibly would need to be validated by an AI or machine learning type of fuzzy logic, or just an administrative review, depending on basic business logic, matching that category subcategory to some of the title and description data so that we can flag things that don't look like they're matching up to the right category. Maybe it was an accidental selection, etc. The quantity, any kind of internal seller ID, images and video, so any media that you want to allow them to upload. You might also want to include PDFs or any kind of documentation, other resources, certificates, proof of authenticity, that kind of a thing. And then they also may want to have additional advanced settings, so a reserve price, a secondary category, whether or not it's taxable. And you can get really advanced with this depending on the type of auction that it is. They can also duplicate this as well in this particular case. Now, depending on your business logic, you may also want this to include a lot of advanced SEO information. This may be pulling in dynamically from a base template that you offer, and then you allow the seller to cater it from that base template of that product type. You may want to preserve that description and internal information about the item, and then show the seller specific augmented information that they provide as well. Just depends on how your auction system works and how you want to present the standard information to your users versus allowing each seller to cater it and adjust it. Now, one of the things that a lot of auction platform owners don't necessarily consider upfront until they scale is standardization and consistency within their communication and that their sellers are going to convey through their platform. So you may want to have a approval process that is necessary before somebody can actually change the status or publish one of their items, or at least have them go through several of these before they are automated and items get listed automatically within your system. You may also want to leverage flagging and allowing users to flag things so that if a seller gets flagged multiple times, then they have to go back into a approval process and put the training wheels on, if you will. Ultimately, depending on your business model and how self-service you want everything to be, it really does make sense to consider some of these scenarios and some of these options as it relates to your business. The other thing that we see a lot of is being able to compare de-identified data from other similar sellers of other similar items and recommending things like how long the description should be based on the number one seller within this particular category. And the number one selling product of this same type within this category, it actually has this information. Would you like to copy and clone some of that into yours? Now, this is just something, again, it depends on your business model and what might make sense for you as to whether or not this is, overall cannibalizing some of your top performers or not. But these are the types of things that we recommend you think about and consider so that you can offer a very intuitive and self-service value add to your end customers whenever they're adding their auctions into your system. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about some options that you can consider that are complementary in the rest of this video. Thanks for watching this video on auction e-commerce. This is a series of videos, and we want to encourage you that you're welcome to take a look at the additional features and functionalities as you see fit, and may be a good area for you to understand more. You can take a look at the detailed next video in this series by clicking the link that we've provided. We also have a set of links to all of the different videos in a playlist that you can take a look at. We've also compressed the videos into a single overall video. And if you would like, we've put together a free resource guide and checklist on auction e-commerce. One of the other things that we love to do at Clarity is provide you with complimentary guidance with some of our technical experts. So if you're interested in this, we call this a complimentary discovery, and you're welcome to go to our website, link below in the description, and go ahead and get that free complimentary discovery. We just want to say thank you again so much for watching this video and for being fans and subscribers. If you would, we would love it if you would do some auction with the like button and go ahead and hit the winning bid on the like button. All jokes aside, we really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks again.